Side talking. Welcome, members and guests. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, March 24th, 2001. I hereby call the Subcommittee on Elections and Campaign Finance to order. Madam Secretary, please take the roll.
Representative Holsclaw. Representative Love. Representative Manis. Representative Shaw. Here. Representative Williams. Representative Wright. Here. Chairman Crawford. Present. Chairman Rudd.
Here.
Chairman Rudd, you have a quorum.
And Representative Love has entered the building, the room. Let's see, are there any personal orders before we begin, or any updates, information, or announcements? Seeing none. Today we have 6 bills on the calendar. Let's begin. The first is HB 1157 by Representative Stewart. He has requested that to be rode to the hill of today's calendar. HB 1158 by Representative Stewart. He has requested that to be rode 2 weeks. Seeing no objections, we'll roll that 2 weeks. HB 1324 by Representative Hardaway. He is not present. Item, excuse me?
We roll that at the heel of the calendar.
Well, it would be automatically, but let's see. Item 4 is HB 1447 by Representative Miller. He has requested that to roll to the last calendar. Is that of the committee? Of the committee. Seeing no objections. Item number 5 is HB 1486 by Representative Towns, and he is in the building.
All right. Second.
I have first and second.
Excuse me. That is 1486, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, 1486, I'd like to roll it 1 week, please.
Roll 1 week.
Yes, sir, if you don't mind.
Any objections? Seeing none, 1486 will be rolled by 1 week. Next up is item number 6, HB 1487 by Representative Towns.
Mr.
Have a
Chairman,
motion and a second.
thank you once again, Mr. Chairman and members. 1487, what this basically does is this bill is simply, hopefully, bringing us in a little bit more into the 21st century as it relates to using the technology. My commission down there has talked to me about being able to contact members or citizens with text. They already mailed something out, as well as phone calls, okay? It's just simply allowing, there's no cost to it, but if they have your text information, they can text you and tell you you have a problem with your stuff and give you an opportunity to do it. We're doing it pretty much throughout the system now, just being able to use the technology, and it allows for a phone call as well. But they already mail stuff as you go now, which is costly. The text is not, and the phone call is not. So that's essentially what it does, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me.
Any questions? I see none. The only question I had that concerned me slightly is if we text or phone somebody, we don't know if they've moved. But if we mail to somebody, like they've moved to a different precinct or a different county or just across town, maybe they're in a different district, if we've mailed to their address, it's going to come back or they're going to respond. But in the text message, we have no way of verifying if they still live there. That's the only thing that somewhat concerned me, other than also some of the rural counties may not have text capability. You know, they don't have a lot of budget, but the address thing is somewhat concerned me.
Well, And if there were some problems that we, that we figure out, I would say we would have to address them. But what they're thinking is that it saves them money and it's quicker. But, I would be the first, Mr. Chairman, if we find out there are some problems, to try to, plug that gap. And I'm sure you work with me to try to get that done,
I think Representative Love, and you're next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To the sponsor, looking at your legislation, it appears as though it allows the Election Commission to determine the best method.
It's an option. That's exactly
Okay.
right. It does not mandate to do that. That's a critical part that I did not mean to leave out, but you're absolutely right, sir.
Okay, so if they don't have the provisions to text, they can
Choose the other.
call. Yes, sir.
It's up to
Okay.
them.
All right. Thanks. Just
Give
want to
them
clear
a
that
couple
up.
more arrows in their quiver to the side. Exactly.
Representative Shaw, you were next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was thinking with the technology that we have now on cell phones, though, you can pretty much text anywhere, even when you don't have broadband, you can text. To my knowledge, I'm not for sure about that, but since it's an option, I don't guess it would really matter. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Representative Love.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And again, to the sponsor, this does not eliminate the commission's ability to also use other methods, just adds to.
Another excellent point. It does not. No. They call itself enhancing, and I think it enhances as well.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you bringing this.
Yes, sir.
Any further questions? We've got who called we've got a question on the bill? Oh, seeing no disagreement, we will go ahead and proceed to vote on the question. We are now voting on HB 1487. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Nay. Nays prevail. Bill fails. And that puts us back at let's see, trying to see if who's here. HB 1157 was bottom of the calendar. We also have Hardaway, Representative Hardaway, HB 1324. Neither Representative Stewart or Hardaway are in the building or in the room. We can take a short recess to try to find them, and we will reconvene shortly. Oh yeah, they Stewart's Mr. Hostclaw, Chairman Hostclaw, HB 1158 was rode 2 weeks, and Representative Miller was rode to the last calendar of the committee.
What Representative Holtzclaw was saying, I think, was that Miller was on that bill with Hardaway, so could he not present it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, with the sponsor's permission, I don't.
But Miller's not here. We gotta find him.
We're in recess. We'll reconvene shortly. We are back in session. We could not find the sponsors on with no objections.
Mr. Chairman,
Let's see, HB 1324 by Hardaway and HB 1447. Well, that was already been 1157 by Stewart. We will roll that to the next available calendar, which will be next week's calendar.
I was
Any
gonna say,
objections?
if you just wanted some time, I can discuss some bills that I'm thinking about bringing to the committee. If you just-
We need to proceed. Any? Yes, sir.
How many more calendars do we have? Do you know yet?
Probably, we were discussing that this morning, depending on the load. Right now, it looks like probably our last calendar will probably be declared for the week of the 14th. Be Wednesday, the 14th of next month. I guess about 2.5 weeks. If the calendar is real light, we can close it earlier, but as of right now, that's the planned calendar. Hadn't been officially announced. We'll have to roll these to the next available calendar. If no objections, those bills are rolled to next week's calendar, and we are hereby adjourned.